Assalamu alaikum students, how are you all? Hope you all will be fine and safe. This is your grammatry book and today I will explain you units from previous month which I have explained you. So I thought I should revise the units. You can gain more information again and you can revise your work. So let's come to the topic. Unit 19 clauses. So students, in this unit we had about the clauses. So what is the definition of the clause is, a clause is a group of words that contains a finite verb and forms parts of a sentence. Means clause, that's the group of words and comes in the sentence with continuation of the finite verb and forms of the part of the sentence. So we have learned about that. We have just imagined that the clauses can be independent or dependent, subordinate or dependent. Clauses cannot stand alone independently. So that must be linked to the main clause to express its full meaning. And complex sentence contains two finite verbs and clauses as finite verb. And there is only one independent clause in a complex sentence. If the word or word that join in subordination clauses, the independent clause are called subordinating conjunctions. So, how many kinds of subordinate clauses? And what is the definition of noun clauses? The noun clauses is a group of words doing the work of noun with a subject and a verb that can be subject, object or object of a preposition in a sentence. Means if we are talking about the work of a noun, so we have to recognize first the subject and a verb that can be object or preposition in a sentence. But the both sentences have subordinate dependent clauses. They function as nouns and the noun clause occupies the position of the object in sentence and the noun clause occupies the position of the subject too. So in this we have functions subject of the verb, object of the verb, object of a participle and object of a initiative and object of a preposition. In this clauses we have adjective of clauses too, and what that contains, it contains a subject like any other who contain a noun clauses or dependent clauses. As it functions alone, the dependent clauses do not stand alone in the sentence, and that shows the complete sentence and meaning. That calls the adjective clauses. That begins with the relative pronouns, means WH questions, and relative adverb, same as WH questions. And the functions of the adjective, that shows the position of noun and pronoun, and answering the question that what kind of, how many, like these types of questioning. So others, the adverb clauses. In adverb clauses we have learned adverb clause of time, adverb clause of place, adverb clause of reason, and adverb clauses of degree or comparison. In adverb or clause of time, that modifies the time of the work. In indicate clauses and main verb, when the action take place. So it introduces the subordinating conjunction such as when, wherever, like this, etc. An adverb clause of place shows the main clause and indicates the action where take place. That also indicate the subordinating conditions too. Now, adverb clause of reason, that modifies the subordinating clauses, that why the action take place, and that modifies and indicates the causes of the action, that why the action take place. Now, adverb clause of degree or comparison, that shows the degrees, that is the relative extent to the condition described in the independent clause. And in that, the question arises how much, how often, how many, and how little. So that is about the clauses. Now let's move on the other topic of the other unit. Transformation of sentences. So what is the transformation of the sentences? Transformation is a method of expressing the idea, meaning, or concept in different grammatical forms. When sentences are transformed from one type to another, their essential meaning does not change, but the range and variety of sentence form and structure reduce the monotony of a repetitive style. And transformation could be based on structure, that will be simple, compound, complex compound, or complex, or might be based on their meaning, like declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, and imperative. So how many kinds of transformation? We have simple kind to compound, and in simple to compound kinds of transformation is if a simple sentence can be converted into compound sentence by replacing a word or a phrase with a coordinate clause, and the phrase has been expanded into a coordinate clauses. So the coordinate conjunction is used to introduce the clause, and that will be so, for, and other words too. If we are talking about compound to simple, that can be converted into sentences by changing of the clauses. That says coordinated clauses. In that we use prepositional phrases and participle of the verb form. In the coordinating conjunction, the main clause needs to remove compound sentence to transform into a simple sentence. Now, simple to compound and compound to simple explained. Now we move on simple to complex. A simple complex sentence can be converted in complex sentences by expanding a word or phrase. In subordinate clause, noun or clauses, adjective clauses and adverb clauses. And if we are talking about the complex to simple, as I told about the rule of simple to complex, that will be reversed to the complex to simple to transform the sentence into complex to simple sentence. So in this we have the changing of the degrees. So we have changing of degrees to transform the positive degree into comparative, as and so are left out, and the adjective adverb is put in the comparative form and used with the conjunctions then. And the affirmative sentences made into negative and the negative into affirmative. So the changing the comparative degree, so we have to convert comparative degree to superlative. Any other is left out the sentence and the adjective adverb is changed to the superlative degree. So example, this design is more attractive than any other I have seen so far. So here this sentence is showing the comparatively by more. And this is the most attractive design I have seen so far. So in this sentence, most showing the superlative degree. So hope student in this unit you have understood the transformation of sentences, which I explained simple to compound and compound to simple and complex to simple and simple to complex, and degrees of the comparison and adjective adverb. So let's move on the other topic of this. Unit 25, idioms and phrases. So what is idiom? An idiom is a phrase or an expression whose meaning established by custom and usage cannot be deduced from the meaning of the words it contains. As you know, if someone says to you and I are same boat, So what the person means is that the two of you are in the same situation and this situation is unpleasant or difficult. So here few idioms and proverbs that links to each other, like too many cooks spoil the broth. So in this, when too many people try to do something at the same time, the chances are that the task will fail or the result will be disastrous. Because too many people are doing one work, so that work will goes to be fail. If second, there is no smoke without fire, it is also the proverb. When people suspect something, there is usually a good reason for it, although they might not be able to give a proof at that time. So that shows there is no smoke without fire. We can take prepositional phrases like at home. If we are talking about Rahat feels quite at home in the company of strangers. An account of the school remained closed for a week on account of it. For the sake of, he faced great hardship for the sake of his friend, at the mercy of. The poor farmers were at the mercy of the landowners during the drought. In common with, we can use the idioms or prepositional phrases like he has nothing in common with his brother. And so we can use verb idioms too, like add fuel to the fire. That shows the meaning of make a bad situation worse. And we can make a sentence, your remarks during this discussion added fuel to the fire. Now second, I'm turning the verb idiom be at one's wit's end. That's meaning is be totally baffled. And I'm using the sentence, I was at my wit's end to find my bag missing from my table. Now third, hit the nail on the head. What's the meaning of it? Do exactly the right thing. Now its sentence, by quoting the lowest price, he hit the nail on the head and clinched the deal. Like other verb idioms is keep in the dark. Its meaning is withhold important information. Sentence, he kept his father in the dark about his poor scores in the examination. Other one is sell like hot cakes. So what is the meaning of it? Be very popular and in demand. I'm using sentence. This book written by a celebrated author is selling like hot cakes. Now last one, spread like wildfire. Meaning is spread very quickly. The news of the train accident spread like wildfire. So student, It is the verb idiom. Now we are talking about the adverbial phrases. So what are the adverbial phrases? First, I'll tell you the adverbial phrases and then its meaning, and after that, I'll use that adverbial phrases in sentences. At arm's length, it is adverbial phrases, and its meaning is at a distance. And I going to use it in my sentence. I always keep flatters at arm's length. Now second adverbial phrases, at the 11th hour. So what does it mean? At the last moment. We had to change our plan at the 11th hour because of sudden rain. Now next, at a stretch. What is the meaning of this adverbial phrases? Without stopping. The minister spoke for 2 hours at a stretch. Now going to be a second last, through and through. What is the meaning of through and through? Completely. The teacher read my assignment through and through but could not find a single spelling error. Now last one is as a matter of fact. What does it mean? In fact. She says that she has helped me. As a matter of fact, she has been a burden. Now comes to the adjective phrases, and then adjective phrases is all in sundry. What does it mean? That means everyone. Now make the sentence of this. He was so happy that he distributed money among all the and sundry. Safe and sound means safely. Now we used in sentence. After the 10 days, the space mission has arrived in indication his destination safe and sound. Now move on the noun phrases. By hook or by crook. What does it mean? By fair and foul means. Now use in sentence. He said that he was going to the position that houses by hook or by crook. Next is part and parcel. What is the meaning of this noun phrases? An integral or essential part of something. Now we use that in sentence. Every member of this house is the part and parcel of the family. Wear and tear. It is also a verb phrases. What is the meaning of this? Damage due to usage. Now we are going to use in sentence. My favorite old jacket is beginning to show the sign of wear and tear. So now students, we have completed the 2 or 3 units in this video by revision. So all of the students have to watch this video again and learn all the work. If you have got any kind of problems, you can ask to me in my group. As you know that I have completed the explanation of transformation of sentences and idioms and phrases. Hope you all got it. So आप लोग अब अच्छी तरीके से अपना काम करोगे और इस लिंक का वीडियो का जो भी काम है वो आप लोगों को ग्रुप के अंदर मिल जाता है और उम्मीद है कि आप लोग अच्छे से वो काम करोगे, ठीक है। और अगर आप लोगों को कुछ भी ऐसा समझ में नहीं आता है वर्क, सो यू कैन आस्क टू मी इन योर ग्रुप एंड द ओपनिंग ऑफ द ग्रुप टाइमिंग एज यू नो 7 to 8. So in that time you can ask to me everything regarding about your query of English B, and I will try my level best to sort out the problem of your query in that time. So hope you all will be fine and safe and will doing your works clearly and well mannered. अगर आप लोगों को कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है इंग्लिश बी के रिगार्डिंग तो आप लोग मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं। और ये रिवीजन मैंने आप लोगों को इसीलिए दी है दोबारा से, ताकि आप लोगों को जो है दोबारा रिमाइंड रहे कि इन यूनिट्स में जो है इडियम्स और फ्रेजेस में हमने क्या पढ़ा है, किस बारे में पढ़ा है, और ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ सेंटेंस में हमने क्या पढ़ा है, और इससे पहले जो थी डिटरमाइनर्स मैंने आप लोगों को बताया कि उसमें आप लोगों ने क्या पढ़ा। तो इन सब की रिवीजन देने का मकसद ये था कि आप लोगों को अच्छे से दोबारा जो है रिमाइंड हो जाए आपकी यूनिट्स, ताकि जब स्कूल ओपन हो तो आप लोग अच्छे से जो है रिज़ल्ट अपना अच्छा और बेस्ट दे सको। If you have any question about your links or topics, you can ask me, and work I'll give you in the group. As I sent you all the units work in your group, and I watched that you have done that work in proper way or proper writing with neat and clean. So first you have to make the title pages of the unit, then you will start your work. So students, till then bye, take care and Allah Hafiz. आप लोग अपना बहुत सारा ख्याल रखिएगा, ठीक है। अच्छे से पढ़िएगा, अच्छे से काम कीजिएगा, और कोई भी टेंशन लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है कि आप लोगों को क्या समझ में नहीं आया और क्या नहीं आया। आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू अगेन। और नेक्स्ट वीडियो जो है आप लोगों की टेंसेस होगी। सो इन दैट वीडियो आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू अगेन टेंसेस, एंड यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस फॉर टेंसेस एट योर होम विथ ऑनेस्ट एंड सिंसियरली। सो स्टूडेंट्स, till then bye, take care and Allah Hafiz.